No matter what you do, Oni will never ever divorce us. No matter what you do, the Oni will never ever divorce us, brags the Oloris to Queen Naomi. Hello everyone and welcome once again to D&Z TV. At D&Z TV, we are here with one mandate in mind, and that's to give you up-to-date information of everything happening at the palace of the Oni of Ife. So if not subscribed to our channel, this is the opportunity you have to subscribe to our channel. Click on the notification button, comment, like, and share our videos. Now, there's been a very secret war happening in the palace, and there's a case of your enemy, your friend's enemy, automatically becomes your own enemy. Right now, the war in the palace is between the Oloris versus Naomi. Yes, it's actually the war between the Oloris versus Naomi. As they all are having the opinion that Naomi is actually their headache. They are making Naomi their problem. They are making Naomi their nightmare. They are making Naomi their main issue. Now, it becomes very pertinent when you now begin to make somebody your enemy who naturally is even not your enemy. Somebody who has been spending her quality time praying and wishing all of you well. So you rather prefer to make him enemies, which is actually a very, very bad thing. Now, they are of the opinion that Naomi cannot send them out of the palace, that Oni is actually tied to all of them. But they fail to always understand that she did not come because she wants anybody to leave. Neither did she come because she wants to be the only person in the palace. She just feels that she's actually bigger than what these women are proposing. As a matter of fact, all the ladies are comfortable and okay with what is happening in the palace. But for her, she actually does not have any time to disturb herself with the happenstances in the palace. That is why she has remained constantly strong and caged in the palace issues. If you notice, it's always the Oni that is always going after her back to back, back to back. Whereas she, Naomi, has been able to build a very strong, solid fence around herself. In fact, if you want to check very well, it is actually the Oni who has constantly been wanting attention from Naomi. Whereas Naomi on her own has already made up her mind that she wants to move on with her life. But it is pretty difficult because as much as hard as Naomi tries to move on with her life, the Oni always keeps on coming back again and again and again, which somehow now begins to drag her close to the Oni even when she doesn't want to be close to him. Imagine now Valentine's Day. Naomi had nothing to do but to agree to Oni's whims and caprices by attending the Valentine event that was held. But in as much as she tried attending the Valentine event, people now came out with different actions. People now came out with, imagine somebody like Miriam now coming out that she wants to come and arrest her for snatching Oni away from them. Now, it was a good thing that for once Oni was able to stand his ground, because if it was the Oni of before, he would allow the arrest to happen. But guess what? The Oni refused any of such alterations to happen. Rather, he stood his ground and made sure that Naomi was not tampered with, even when all the other wives were logically falling amongst themselves, that what are they going to do? That see. But Naomi made it clear to Dioni that she actually wants to be left alone. But Oni, on the other hand, does not want to allow Naomi be left alone. Oni, on the other hand, is constantly wanting to be very, very, very close to the Oni, you know. Yeah, Oni constantly wants to be very close to Naomi, always looking for every means so necessary to see that he gets close to Naomi. Even when Captain Okpebi came to the house, you know, it was a hard not for Naomi not to come down. Initially, Naomi didn't want to come down to collect the gift Captain Okpebi brought for her. But somehow, after seeing that Captain Okpebi was almost causing a scene outside the palace gate, she had to come. And she actually also came because she wanted him to leave the palace so that he doesn't get himself involved in so many issues that could now degenerate to an outburst, because the owner, as a matter of fact, is also a very hot-tempered person. You know, there are some things that he does not like to take lightly, and if things are not properly done, Oni might actually escalate the situation, which will, at the end of the day, still rub off on Naomi. So Naomi has actually been trying to live a good, quiet, and calculated life, devoid of any form of atrocity, devoid of any form of hatred, devoid of any form of divisiveness. These are the qualities that Naomi has consistently shown in the palace. And in as much as she shows all of these traits, people still want to always still see her as a problem. But whereas in the real sense of it, Naomi is actually not the problem. The problem is all actually the women who have not been able to understand their standpoint. You know, there's nothing like you being able to understand what you stand for, or you even standing for something, because these women, as a matter of fact, don't even stand for anything. All that is in their mind is just to be called Oni's wife. Once they just call them Oni's wife, ma'am, everybody's excited, everybody's happy. But these are not the kind of levels that Naomi wants. Naomi wants to live a clean life. Naomi wants to actually live a very clean slate, so that everybody who somehow have been rigmaroling, coming around, will actually know that of a truth, this is a woman who stands for the truth. This is a woman who stands for a fact, and this is a woman who wants the right things to be done. So, all Oloris that you're thinking that Naomi is your problem, please, Naomi is actually not your problem. You all should go and look for the dark goat now that is day, before night will fall.